Do 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 do. Apple iPhone 17 Pro, $0 a month if I trade in the iPhone 13. It would be $1,100 otherwise. I'm not paying that.
Hey everyone. As you may have been able to tell, a major upgrade is coming for the quality of my videos for you guys here on out. I spoke with a good number of trusted people to see if this was a worthwhile investment for the channel because, as you all know, where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. I know this was God coming in clutch because everything seemed to line up perfectly. My good friend initially suggested that I upgrade my phone to have higher quality video footage, but I was hesitant because that would be the largest fixed cost I would be putting into the channel thus far. However, I remembered that my phone plan said that I was due for an upgrade since I hadn't upgraded since 2023. There was also a sweet deal I got to trade in my phone for a new iPhone 17 Pro if I had a 13 or better. Problem was, I didn't have a 13 or better. I called into the AT&T store to see if I could get extra off if I traded in two devices, but they were like, nah. But the AT&T rep said it could literally be any iPhone 13 or better that was unlocked, so I could go on Facebook Marketplace and get one there. So that's what I did. I saw a listing for 250 and I said that I could pick it up that day, but it was a 45-minute drive, so I offered him 150 bucks. The guy said that he already got an offer for 150 and asked if I could go up to 170. And so I said, "You're hired."
I guess I can go in there tomorrow, see if they have it in the store. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this phone to work tomorrow. I'm going to go into the AT&T store. I'm going to demand that I get a new iPhone 17 Pro. No, I'm going to go in and trade this. I'm going to trade this in for an iPhone 17 Pro. And maybe it'll have the same kind of body. And then I'll be able to use this phone case for at least the time being. Maybe I can put like magnets in it. Who knows? I like it. I like it like that. I like it like that. I like it like that. Whoa, baby. I like it like that. Okay, bringing that in. Slapping that baby. This baby can hold so many. This baby is. This baby can get you $1,100 off an iPhone 17 Pro. This baby right here is going to get you. No. Okay. All right, cool. That's set up for tomorrow. Nice. What do I do now? It's 10:23. Kind of spent the whole night. What else do I need to do? I mean, I could go to the gym. I was gonna do core. Should I work on the core or should I just skip it? Should I just skip it? I have a core. I can feel it. I think I'm just gonna skip it tonight. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping. I'm skipping it. I'm skipping. Okay. Skip it tonight. I got 30 minutes. I'm gonna go take a shower.
All right, everybody. So I'm going to go on a bit of a side tangent. I know that the whole point of the video was to show off my new phone, which you guys can obviously tell that the video quality is 10 times better. So I was going to go back to Gainesville to go to the Florida versus Texas game. And it turned out that there was a pretty important person there. I did not stream snipe him. Literally, oh my gosh. Basically what happened was I went to Gainesville with my brother-in-law and I was just meeting up with family. But I get a text from my dad saying, "Hey, do you guys know who this guy is?" And he just sends a picture with him and Sketch. I was like, what is going on? Like, why is my dad just sending me a picture with him and Sketch right now? And it turns out he was actually at the Florida versus Texas game. And I said to my brother-in-law, do you want to go and meet Sketch? because no joke, we were at his bachelor party and we would say that like, what's up, brother? We would say, what's up, brother? Every single like 10 minutes at his bachelor party because it was such a big meme and we just thought it was so funny. So we couldn't like pass up that opportunity to go and meet Sketch. So we drove over there, and for the longest time, like we felt like we were not going to meet Sketch because like he had already gone into the game and we didn't know where he was. So, and it didn't even occur to me that I should like stream snipe him to like find out where he is. But we ended up seeing him like at where our seats were. So we were in the end zone and he was just on the field, like right next to the end zone. So we went down to the end zone to see if we could get his attention. And he turned around and he recognized my dad because he had met him outside. And so he came over to us, and here is what ensued.
No, I have a gift for you.
What do you got?
So this is my friend Michael Nowicki. He has Nowicki Decants. This is for you. It's a travel strain. It's Mexican made. He had like he's a good friends with the guy that owns City Rhythm. They made the Miami fragrance, and he made a mix for it.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it smells really good.
Good.
That's right on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Any ratings?
Okay.
Hey, you gotta come to smell me. Can you smell me? You gotta. That smells good. That's fine. You gotta. I smell good right now.
This is a video. This is a video.
Oh, let's go.
But he wanted.
Right here.
Yeah.
This smells good.
He wasn't even going to the game, but I told him about you earlier. I said he's the one that turned me on. So he came over to the game just to meet you.
Let's go. Dude, thanks for coming.
So anyway, that was that. I really had a good time at the game. It was a great game. Florida ended up winning, so go Gators. I also had a really nice time meeting Sketch. He seemed like a really cool dude in person, very amicable. And I also really appreciate that he allowed me to get in the Nowicki Decants promo. That wasn't even going to happen, but I just knew that I had a travel spray on me, and it was Gentle Miami, which is the mix that my friend actually made. And so I was like, I texted him. I was like, bro, Sketch is at the game. I'm going to go up to him and I am going to tell him about your fragrance and I'm going to give it to him as a gift. So yeah, I don't know. That was just like a really cool, fun time for me. Anyway, guys, back to the video. This is probably coming in on the audio on my other phone. Yeah. So, I mean, I just came out here to play guitar. I felt like I needed to come out here to do it because, I don't know, something about just like staying in my room and like practicing. It's like all right, but it's a little bit nicer to come out and be out in the fresh air. Also, there's a possibility of like people coming out here. I feel like I needed like a little bit more social interaction in my life. I need to get back into the habit of practicing 30 minutes a day. You only get good at things that you practice at. You can have hobbies, and if you don't put effort into them, and you don't put time into them, they just go away. You just forget them. That's better. Just to stay awake, wondering how much I can take. Should I try to do some more? 25 or 6 to 4. go through the...
of my eyes, saw a pretty little thing approaching me. Said, I've never seen a man who looks so all alone. Could you use a little company? If you pay the right price, your evening will be nice, and you can go and send me on my way. I said, you're such a sweet young thing, oh, why you do this to yourself? She looked at me, and this is what she said: oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. No, I can't slow down, I can't hold back. Oh, you know, I wish I could. 'Cause there ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good. Yeah. It's a beautiful day when the sun beat down. I heard the radio on. I was driving. The trees went back. Me and Bill were singing a little runaway. I was blind, yeah, running down a dream. Never would have come to me, working on a mystery, going wherever it leads, running down a dream. Help, I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, you know I need someone. Help. When I was young, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone and I'm not so self-assured. And now I find, change my mind and open up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me? And now my life has changed in oh so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. Not so self-assured. Now I find, change my mind and opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me, help me, help me. Walk it like I talk it. No. There is a house in New Orleans. They call it the rising sun. It's been the ruin of many millennia. Poor boy ain't gone. I know I'm one. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt.
All right, so after I finished practicing guitar, I started to read. I do also reading for 30 minutes a day. And I did end up seeing somebody who was recording on the other side of the pool. And I struck up like a conversation with them. And it turns out there was a guy named Kamari who actually just started releasing Christian music. So I'm going to put his socials in the description below so you can check him out. I wish I would stop tripping over my words. Stuttering, losing my train of thought, not being able to continue having a continuous stream of words to say. You don't need it all the time, but gosh, it's like I can't force myself to do it. It's like sometimes it just comes and sometimes it doesn't. Like when I was talking with Kamari, it seemed natural. Like one idea led to another idea, and it fit well with the conversation. It fit well with the topic at hand. But sometimes when I'm just trying to find the words that I'm looking for, they just don't come. It's like I'm grasping at straws. You guys ever feel like that? "4K, 60 frames per second. Heading to the gym today."
It's come to our attention here at Snapple that drinks these days are supposed to have
An advertisement.
a job.
Also, it's cool that I can play music on my phone while it's recording, which I didn't expect to be able to do that. I don't think I was able to do that with my other phones. I mean, it's cool that I'm able to play music, but also I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to play the music for like copyright reasons. It's kind of annoying, but also I don't know how bad the audio is going to be with the like garbled, I don't know, like the road sounds and stuff, because I don't have a lavalier mic. It has a USB-C charger for the iPhone 17 Pro, and I had a lavalier microphone that actually connects to just the lightning charger. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm going to have to get a new lavalier microphone. But that's okay, because I can get a better one that has better audio. I don't know. Recently, I've just been getting a little bit more inspired to be making videos that are a little bit more artistic or something like that. Like, I don't know. I wanna make an actually high quality edited video that has like a plot line to it or like a core message or something like that, instead of just like this off the cuff riffing. I mean, like, just off the cuff riffing isn't bad, and it probably helps me to be able to express my thoughts in a more external manner than the way that I usually do, which is just like in my own head. Maybe it helps me with my speaking skills. Although you really need to be able to practice speaking skills with another person, because that's where it's going to be actually useful. I'm going out to the gym today. Usually I've just been doing it like at my apartment complex. I feel like going outside. I know it's really kind of like a dreary day, but it's not too bad. Hopefully this audio isn't absolutely trash. Also, you may have noticed my roof liner is like falling apart. My roof liner is falling apart, so I had to staple it up. But hey, you know, you got to make do with what you got. I'm gonna drive this car into the ground. Like getting a new car is probably one of like the worst financial decisions that you can make. It's like up there. It's not like the most, but it's pretty up there in terms of like wealth killers, especially if you're starting out young and you don't have like a lot of stuff. You don't have a lot of capital accumulated. If you buy like a new car that depreciates literally by like, I don't know, 20%, 30% as soon as you drive it off the lot, and then you lose another like 20-30% over the next like 5 years. I don't know, like it's not great. It's not great, especially if you don't have a lot. What you don't realize at a young age is that the money that you have right now is probably the most valuable money that you will have up like into the future, because of the time value of money. Like over the course of like 60 years, so I'm gonna be like 80. The money that I have at like 80 is definitely not gonna be worth as much as the money that I have at like 20 or 20 or 30. Like if you're in your 20s and your 30s, like you're still, that's young. You still have like a lot of time. And so you should start that habit of investing your money, putting it away, and saving up for the future. You can miss out on like a couple of opportunities when you're young, but that sacrifice, you're gonna eventually, like, you're not gonna regret that sacrifice that you made. At least that's what I hear from like older people. Most of the time, like I'd say like the majority of the time, they're like, oh man, I really should have like gotten it together when I was younger, in terms of investing, in terms of being financially savvy. So if you start young, you're at a crazy good advantage. Almost at disadvantage. I got a little bit inspired today by two videos. So I watched a video of like Mr. Beast, his video of like 10 years like Hi Me in 10 years, that video came out. He scheduled it to be published 10 years in the future, and that was on like October 4th, I believe. So that was like, I don't know, last week. And he did like a reaction to it, and he's come like so far, and he exceeded so many of the goals that he set in those in that video. He exceeded like a lot of the goals. He wanted like 1 million subscribers. He was like, hopefully I'll be doing YouTube as a career. He was able to do that, and he has like 444 million subscribers at this point. So beat it by 444 times. And so now he also predicted that he'd be like married. He's like, hopefully I'll be married, and he's not married yet, but he's engaged right now. So that video was like a little bit inspiring to me. Like, I'm realizing I'm still young. I still have like a good amount of time. Like, I could do a Hi Me in 10 years video, and like, I think I'm hopeful that I will be able to achieve the goals that I set out. It's just that I need to get more clarity on the goals that I need to set. I need to get a little bit more clarity on that. I'm feeling good right now. I feel like I actually have things to say, and I'm not just like getting mental blocks every 5 seconds. I'm speaking a little bit more fluently. Usually I have to take a lot of time to get my words out, to think about what I'm about to say. But right now I feel like I'm just going off the cuff pretty quickly. So what I was saying about, okay, so that was the first video that I got inspired by. The second video that I got inspired by was a video by Sneeko, actually. So he just posted a video of like old Sneeko, it's like back, and like the way that Sneeko does his videos, I think is very, it's a very unique style of video. He has like the fish cam lens that is kind of like iconic for his videos. He does like these on the street things. His B-roll is really good, where he sees, he has like the streets of New York, and you know, every year, now and then he'll have like little interactions that he has with people on the street who recognize him. I think that's pretty cool. So that video like got me inspired to make like a little bit more of an artistic style video, because I don't really think of myself as like a very artsy person. I was always very much practical in terms of the things that I was interested in, or the things that I like to do. I always wanted things that I did to be very effective, and to have a specific purpose to them, like a function, an actual function in the world. But I am starting to see, as I get older, that there is actual value in artistic pursuits, whether that be in the media, or whether that be like online, or whether that be in actual artwork like that you paint, or you know, I don't know, that you like paint. I'm hitting a block right now, like with the mind. I want to make a little bit more artistic style video, and I think that with the equipment that I'm getting now, or the equipment that I have now, like the iPhone, I think that is going to up my game a little bit. I'm also thinking, like I said before, of getting like a better lavalier microphone so that it can actually fit into this phone. I think I'll be able to make cooler videos with that. All right. Okay, with that being said, excuse me, I'm going to the gym. All right, so we got the sus machine. They do not have the regular hamstring pulls anymore. For some reason, they took them out, and so now we only have the sus machine. Next, we have calf raises. I was thinking of doing like the calf raises over there, but I think this is fine for what we got going. I don't know what the mechanical advantage for this machine is. I'm gonna start out. I'll start out kind of light at 200. We'll see how that feels. Because this one's mechanical advantage is not too hard, or it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with 300. I gotta adjust the seat because I couldn't get a full extension on the first run through. This is the last machine of the day. I think it's getting the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. Because it's kind of awkward, like, it's kind of awkward just, like, holding my phone out as I'm recording. I feel like if I just had the glasses, like, it'd be so easy to just, like, walk around, like, capture footage, like, as I'm going, get, like, point of views. And it also wouldn't be as awkward, like, holding it up from, like, talking to people. I don't know. We'll see. But they're, like, I don't know how much they are, like, $300, $400. Kind of pricey. I don't know. But this is my last set of days. So. Alright, so there might be a little bit of a change of plans tonight. I got invited to go over to a place called Barkhaven for like a viewing party for alumni that went to my school. That went to the University of Florida. So that could be cool. We're doing a viewing party to watch the football game against Texas A&M. We beat Texas. That was cool. What was even cooler is that I got to meet Sketch at the game. That was really fun. And I got the shout out in for Nowaki to Kants. So I just drove past some people and I saw them on the side of the road. They're like waiting at like a bus stop. And I don't know. Maybe it's not like the brightest thing to do, but sometimes you just want to like, I don't know, help someone out. So I was thinking of like stopping and just like asking them if they needed like a ride somewhere. And like, I'm trying to rationalize in my mind whether or not that's like a bad idea or like it doesn't really matter. Because I did like Uber driving, and like if I were a serial killer and I wanted to like, if I wanted to like kill someone in their car, like lead them away in their car, like I could easily like set up like an Uber account and then like get them to go to a destination somewhere that's like super sketch. But like, what are the odds that like a serial killer is going to be like waiting around at like a bus stop for someone to stop and like offer them a ride? I feel like that's a lot less likely to happen. Maybe it's like easier, it's like harder to trace because, you know, you don't have like an Uber account set to like a name or something and you can't like track that. But it's like way less likely to actually happen. It's like infinitely smaller, not infinitely, but like it's probably like 10,000 times less likely to happen than if you were to just like order an Uber. Because like 95, 99% of the time you're going to get an Uber driver if you order an Uber. But yeah, you'd probably have to have like 10,000 cars pass before someone even like thinks of offering you a ride. And then that kind of stuff, that can like make people's day. Like, you never really know what people are going through. Like, maybe they're really struggling. Like, if they're riding public transport, they're probably not like the like top of the line, like doing the best financially. So, you know, you can help out where you can. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like, you read old stories about like past Christians and they would do these like acts of kindness to total strangers. Like, they would do these acts of kindness to total strangers without really much regard for their own lives. Like, they would just try to act in a way that was like Christ-like, instead of worrying so much about like their own safety, their own well-being. Like, they're living it out, you know, walking out their faith and trusting that God will protect them and that He will, you know, keep them in the path that they go if they're actually if they're walking in a way that's glorifying to his name. And that's not to say that like bad things can't happen to Christians, because horrible things do happen to Christians all the time. In fact, like across the world right now, there's still persecution of Christians in a lot of different countries. But it's difficult for me to decide in my mind whether or not I should not act recklessly versus not have so much regard for myself and my own well-being over doing something that like God has called me to do. Because you could go out and talk to homeless people, you know, meet them, try and like provide for them, do things that like Christ would want you to do. But if you do that, you're kind of putting yourself in sticky situations. Like you don't know who these people could be. You don't know what they could do, what their background is, if they could hurt you. But there's something about that, like early Christians not having so much of a regard for their own lives as much as they care about, you know, doing something that's pleasing to the Lord. I think I'm gonna walk outside for a little bit. I'm gonna walk outside. It seems like they're doing like some kind of event in the park. I was coming out here to like check and see if there was some event going on, and there definitely was some event going on. Oh dang, what the heck? That Corvette looks crazy. Wow. Nice. There was an event going on, but it looks like it just ended. Excuse me, y'all know if there was like an event that was like going on here?
Yeah, it was a Spanish concert.
It was a concert?
It's done.
It's done?
12,
Yeah.
1 to 7.
1 to 7, okay. Alright. Do you know where like you go to hear about like when they're gonna be doing these things? Do they have like a website or something?
That's what you gotta go to. Google just that. When's the next Spanish concert?
And Lake Ikeola too, they have little festivals and things.
Mm-hmm.
Look up Lake Ikeola schedule.
Lake Ikeola?
Schedule. If you want a fiesta, they have all kind of concerts.
Go to Google, tells you everything.
Sometimes in, Church Street,
Mm-hmm.
they have the pizzeria.
Yeah.
They have the parties, the rock parties. They have them there, big rock parties, every night.
Okay.
They have a lot of drinks and everything. It's not far from here.
Okay.
Church Street. Like Church Street, they have them living in Church Street, right? In Church Street. Church Street's nice. You can walk it.
Okay.
Or ride the free bus.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was just coming out to check and see what was going on because I drove in and then I saw like everything was going. I drove into my apartment and it just seemed like everybody was having a good time.
It was nice. They give it all little free little gadgets,
Yeah. Do they have like food trucks and stuff? I see
Yeah,
food trucks.
it was good. It's
Yeah.
expensive, but it was good. They have food trucks.
Yeah.
They have
All right.
ice cream, cakes.
I got you. It was nice meeting y'all. What were your names? It was a nice little social interaction. Bro, I gotta get the flipping Meta glasses to be able to see, to be able to like record and not have my phone just like holding my phone up. Because I don't want to be like pulling the phone up, whipping it up on people. That's kind of crazy. Yep. All right. To Bark Haven. I got the Gator viewing party, so I have my Gator gear on. I have my swankiest Gator shirt I could find. Oh, I gotta figure out where the frick it is. Hold up. Alright, we got here to Barkhaven. I hope we're gonna have a good night. Meet some cool people. Alright, so I did end up going out and I did meet a few cool people. Sadly, the Gators lost the game, but we ended up going out for drinks afterwards. Yeah, I just had a really good time having conversation. It was nice getting to know some people that were fellow alumni of the University of Florida. And all around, it was a good night. And so after having met some friends and being merry together, I ended up retiring for the night, and I awoke to a beautiful Sunday morning. All right, it is a beautiful day today. Super nice out. No clouds in the sky whatsoever. All the way along. There's a tiny one. But I just went to a Spanish mass because I am trying to learn Espanol. I learned how to say, I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I'm trying to learn. So if I go up to somebody, I say, hola, ¿cómo está? Or ¿cómo estás? Mi no hablo español, pero estoy tratando de aprender. Means, yeah, I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I'm trying to learn. And I said that to a guy. His name was Manuel, and I just like started a conversation with him, and I was just trying to like piece together little things. I would ask him like, "Cómo se dice?" Like, how do you say whatever? I don't know. But I just know that in order to be able to learn a language, you have to like immerse yourself with people who speak the language. You need to like hear it constantly to actually become fluente, if you will. So I'm also going to regular mass as well. It's kind of nice because I know like the regular mass in English because I've been going since I was a kid. So I know it already like kind of by heart almost. And so I can follow along, and when they're talking, I can pick up like certain words, and I can be like, oh, if they say like Hosanna in ex cielo, or like it means like Hosanna in the highest. So I know that like cielo means like in the highest, or I think altir means like tall or high. So yeah. Trying to expand my mind. But he's a cool dude. I got his telefono numero, or numero telefono, telephone number. Spanish mass is at 1 p.m. and regular mass, it's a regular mass, the English mass. I guess it is regular because I'm American. We speak English. Regular mass is at 5, so I got a little bit of time. It is a little bit warm out today. Dude, I wish I could play copyrighted music, because you have certain songs that just like fit the theme, but because of copyright laws, oh, you can't do that. You're taking somebody else's intellectual property. They own something that's in your mind. Or you can't take that idea. That's my idea. I have possession of that idea. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. I think my brother made the point. He's like, when you have these like copyright laws, intellectual property things, like it kind of stifles creativity. Because, I mean, you could add something into like some kind of art piece, but because of like copyright or whatever, it takes away from the creativity. And like he was saying, like, you know, true artists, if they want like their art to spread, like you wouldn't mind if somebody else is using your material to like do something else that's like creative. Plus, I mean, to me, it's like free advertisement. It's like if I made a song and then like a bunch of people were replicating it and like spreading it all over the place, it's like, oh, that's cool with me, you know? I know that's just me, and there's other people that like, no, I want the royalties, I want all the cash. I'm the money guy. I understand the arguments from the other side. Oh, but I ended up having a really good time last night. I went out to that dog-themed cocktail bar, and we had a pretty good time watching the game, even though the Gators lost, which was pretty sad. I met a couple cool dudes. One guy that like he kind of wanted to get into like content creation and stuff, and said I'd like call him later or talk to him later. You know what reminded me of like a proverb? Because I came over to the bar and I'm trying to be more social, right? So I went out to the bar and like I don't know anybody there. So I sit down, I start making conversation with the guy that's like serving the drinks, or the guy behind the bar. And then I hear these like two guys talking next to the bar. It's a little bit easier when you like kind of approach somebody. I didn't even like really approach them. I just like sat down like a seat in between us. So there was a seat in between us. But like when you come up to a group or you come up to other people and you're like not facing them directly, but you guys are kind of facing the same direction. Like we sit at the bar and we're facing the bar. It's kind of like, oh, we're like together. We're not going against each other. It's like a little bit of like a body language. I don't know. It just makes the vibe different. But anyway, came up to the guy and then like I was able to like start a conversation with him, and we're just like talking about the game and the Gators and all that. Asked like, oh, you UF alumni, all this stuff. And then the conversation like got going, and then after, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes, I was just like, are you guys hungry? I was like, or I said, is the food any good here? Do you guys know? And then they're like, no, I don't know. It could be good. I haven't really been here before. So I just ordered us like a couple of appetizers, and then that kind of, I don't know, it puts people in like a different mood when you're, or they see you differently if you're willing to like invest a little bit to them, you know? So that's what I did. And I'm not going to say it like changed the whole mood of or it changed the whole atmosphere, but like, you know, people are more willing to like converse with you. It says in Proverbs that like a man's like gift enlargeth his way as he comes like forward. So you can like get yourself into places. You can get yourself into conversations with people and spark up like new relationships with people if you're willing to put in that extra effort to invest something into them. As the sun sets on another day, God is calling me to remember to seek after something that I haven't been looking for recently, and I want to remind you too. Wisdom, it says in Proverbs, is more precious than jewels, and all that you can desire cannot compare to her. Wisdom does not come from how much we know, but from how closely we walk with God and fear Him. Take time this week to be still, to listen, and to seek Him first. Everything else falls into place when our hearts are aligned with His. God bless you.